Mr. Speaker. I notice that this motion is in fact debatable until any hour, subject to a business of the House motion at 7 o'clock. But I can assure the House it is not my intention to speak at that length. But it is very important. We are facing before us this afternoon a motion that could determine the nation's future for a generation or more, and we are expected to do it in just under 5 hours. And I accept that every moment I speak for reduces that time, but it is nonetheless relevant to do so. This matter is of overwhelming importance to our future. It will determine the basis of our relationship with the European Union, and it may potentially have an effect on the whole basis of the United Kingdom. And it seems to me, Mr. Speaker, that 5 hours is not only not enough, but it isn't wise. And the whole process with which today's motion has been brought forth is not wise. That there is the element of bounce and there is the element of theatre. We heard yesterday that a plane was waiting on the airport fuelled for the Prime Minister. This is very dramatic and it is very exciting, but it is not necessarily right for good government. What we want is to have an ability to discuss things judiciously and debate them thoroughly, and squeezing a quart into a pint pot is fundamentally unwise. But it also, Mr. Speaker, does not help the government achieve what it wishes to achieve, and that is a majority in the vote at the end of today's proceedings. Because if people feel that they have been bounced, that they have been hurried and that they have been harried, the natural instinct is not necessarily to cave in, but it is in fact to stiffen their resolve and see how the cards fall. So, Mr. Speaker, I think the government would be wise, even at this late stage, to allow an extra day for the debate, to ensure that people are not limited to 3-minute time limits at the end of the day, but can discuss this matter as fully as it deserves, and dare I say, as the nation expects, because the nation expects us to consider its future carefully. So, Mr. Speaker, although I will not seek to divide the House, I think this allocation of time motion is misguided and more time should be provided for debating something of such fundamental importance.
Grateful to the honourable gentleman from North East Somerset, and I note what he says about having no intention to divide the House. At least as importantly, I note for the benefit of the House that no amendment to the motion has been tabled, including by the honourable gentleman. The motion has been moved, motion number 2 on business of the House. The question is as on the order paper. As many as other opinions say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.